Hello, welcome back to my channel with sexy chihuahuas. Hope everyone is doing well. So, as you can see here, we finally did it. Woo! We reached Platinum 5 in the arena just a couple of hours before the official launch. Um, so I wanted to make a video earlier about this, just giving some advices. And we're gonna check quickly what we get in terms of banner gems. Oh, thunder! Ooh! Yes, please. I'll get these. I'm gonna need those now. There is a stamina event. Let me see that. 1500. Yep, yep. I'm gonna take this. So if you reach Platinum 5, this is the reward you're gonna get, which is well worth it. We need to keep all the stamina we possibly can. My gems have gone down a lot, and I do not like it. But considering we have some interesting rate up summer banners and now I've got at least one guaranteed, that's good. I'm gonna keep these and do a summon video for when that happens. So, but that's beside the point. So, what I wanted to talk about now is what characters are essential for the different types of dungeons. So what characters other than the core team, which if you look my video about what I think is the best free-to-play team in order to conquer them all in a sense, what other characters you're gonna need to invest other than those 4 or 5 that I presented in that video in order to progress in some of the dungeon, because Plane of the Beast is mainly you can use that same team, uh, but it's gonna be mainly about your basic stats and where you are with your relic investment and things like that. This is the team, so you can still use that to fully clear it. But it's just a matter of basic stat. When it comes down to Burning Land, Frozen Plain, and Shrine of Storms, as well as some of the equipment dungeon, Seal Temple, and well, Favor Dungeon is a whole thing on its own. Um, you're gonna need to. You can clear up till stage 6, I believe, 5 or 6, with that same exact team, no problem. You're gonna get here and be fine. But then once you start reaching floor 7 and 8 and onwards, you're gonna have to invest in some specific characters. We're gonna start with the Burning Lands for Gorgos. So the characters that are needed here is really anyone that has to do with DOTs, damage over time effects. So chill, frozen, chill, burn, and bleed. I might be missing one, but I don't think so. So those are the main 3. In terms of the characters that you're gonna need, for one for sure is gonna be Anguish. This is a little bit of a team that I am testing. It doesn't have a healer. The only healer that he's got is Jerry, uh, he is mandatory. He is the character that you have to bring to this dungeon. There is some variation for this team. This is I wouldn't call this necessarily free to play because I have Lancelot. So most people are using, instead of Lancelot, you put in Isolde. If I can find her, there she is. I don't even have mine level up or invested. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna give this team. I'm gonna invest a little bit more in these. But this is me. Like, this is with my account, with the stuff that I have found along the way. I was lucky enough to get Lancelot, and I've decided to invest in this variation of the team. Um, but the characters you're gonna need is Jerry, with is either Ice Relic or the Fire Relic, cause otherwise he's just gonna get one shot. Like he barely survives, especially if you don't have a healer like me. He barely survives, and then when he does, it doesn't last very long. So if you were following the same guide for the team, what you would probably use is something like this. You're gonna bring your Turing for two reasons. One is the effect hit accuracy. Effect hit accuracy? I think it's called like that. Let me see. Effect accuracy increase, which is gonna boost the chance of these characters landing a debuff, a DOT. And then you're gonna bring your Jerry to cleanse those DOTs, and you're gonna have your Rosier and your Anguish to inflict the DOTs. If you do have a Lancelot and you want to be a bit more wiser, maybe you sacrifice Anguish and you put Lancelot, or you don't have Rosier maybe and you have a Lancelot, you put it here. These slots are a little bit interchangeable. But Jerry is the character that is needed and is the one you will have to invest on. So thankfully he's an uncommon, so it does not require big investment. But in terms of stats or gear, what you will have is vigor sets across the board, and either defense or life set to help him survive. If you have better substats than this one, I have flat HP, flat attack, and flat defense, which is not ideal. You want to have HP percentage and defense percentage all across the board. Maybe grab him a belt. I didn't even do that because I've been a little bit busy doing other things and other dungeons. If you see here, I didn't even enhance his gear. Let me bring it to +9 and we leave it at that. In terms of stats, I'm gonna show them here. He's got 12k HP, 1000 defense, attack and stuff doesn't matter because he's gonna just cleanse. He's gonna cleanse and give a push to your character to then attack again, and then with the vigor set, his skill 2 is gonna be neutral, so you can use it all the times. And the reason why you want him is because of these passive over here. If you have 2 or more effect accuracy increase, remove all buff from him, and recharges all allies attack gauge by 40% and removes all DOTs from allies. So that's really good, especially for this dungeon. He's mandatory. So this is the team that I would bring if I was a sane person and I wasn't trying to clear it without healer. But it's something fun, a little challenge that I gave myself, but this is the team mainly. If you invest in your Rosier and you bring her to Chivalry 8, even better. If you invest in your Anguish, oh, by the way, yeah, yes please, I shall do that. I forgot I could give him Chivalry 1. If you can invest in your Anguish, even better. And this is a team. Obviously for her, Chivalry 3 is massive because it was gonna grant recovery over time wherever an ally has a debuff, so it keeps them going. It's good. For regards of the other people's sets, vigor all across the board. Everyone is gonna be on vigor. I am lazy and I moved her vigor set to someone else because I was doing stuff and I was able to clear stage 8 somewhat reliably of this dungeon, so I moved her. But you want vigor set all across the board. See, he's better equipped. Defense percentage, hit accuracy, defense, and effect accuracy. Mainly you want to bring these effect accuracy. I think he has one as well. Yeah, even Lancelot has effect accuracy. So bring those stats when you can. I'm gonna show here his stats so you can see. Let's go 54.3% of effect accuracy. For her, classic healer set, same as the guy that I showed before. HP stats, HP percentage all across the board. Recovery stat, vigor set with ideally you want life. Ideally you want life and vigor set, but I do not have an HP percentage piece for life yet, so I'm just got a piece of set and a recovery stat somewhere. And Rosier, this is the DPS set. Don't look at this. Ideally you want bring some recovery percentage somewhere always, and this is basically gonna be copy paste like all the others, either vigor life, vigor defense, or vigor what's the other one? Vigor life, vigor defense, mainly vigor accuracy, mainly those two. Effect accuracy, where you can get it. Gonna show again here the stats for my Rosier, but this is not ideal for this dungeon. Moving on. The first two specific characters you want to build for the specific dungeon is gonna be Jerry and Anguish for the Burning Lands. For the Frozen Plains, okay, you have two ways of going on about it. So you're gonna take the template always of the team, the team that I made the guide for, but you're always gonna be switching some things around. So here, as you can see, we have Turin, healer always, Tristan, sub DPS or main DPS depending on how you have equipped, and you're gonna have K, cause Rosier, even we either a Fire Relic or Fire Relic is not good for him because he's ice. Could try with a Wind Relic, she's still gonna do some damage, but I decided to leave this spot for K. And now the main entry in here is gonna be, you have two options, at least for now. So you can clear up till floor 5, maybe 6 if you have really good gear. You can clear up to floor 5 or 6 with the free-to-play team that I showed. But from floor 7, maybe 6, 7 onwards, realistically, to be comfortable. So you cannot use any more Morgan, because what you need is someone that gives recovery disruption, or doesn't allow the boss to buff. So the two popular options, so if you have Morgan with her ice relic, or even better with her wind relic, then GG. Like, keep Morgan in, use a skill 3, stop him from buffing, recovery disruption here. I don't know if this one does it. No, this one does it. So her wind relic is required, sorry. Recovery disruption. So if you have that, GG, easy game. But I don't, and I'm assuming most free-to-play players won't either. So the realistic options are two for this slot. Is either Akolon, which is ideal because, in a sense, because he also brings attack percentage plus 20%. But I was using him. I'll show now for this. His skill 2 is gonna have recovery disruption for 2 turns, but this is not reliable. At least not from my personal testing. You need to have him built really well. I use the reset coin because I stopped using him. That's why he used to be much more invested, but not anymore. I found a better solution. No sims allowed, thank you. So you're gonna need him to be highly invested. You're gonna need to have effect accuracy. He's gonna need to be tanky because the effect only lasts 2 turns. So you need to hope that it lands a debuff sometime, especially when you're doing in autoplay. It doesn't land, and I did not like that. I wanted something that was reliable. It's still an option. It's still good if you want to progress floor 6 and 7 and so forth. But I did not like it personally. I wanted something that was reliable to let me do it in auto, and that was not him. What was Florentius. I already made a video guide and showcase about this, but his skill 2 applies, he comes already in the wind relic, he applies inflict wrathful defender on the enemy for the rest of the battle. So what this does is inflicted with evasion decrease 2 for the rest of the battle and cannot heal, full stop. So even if Florentius dies, this effect is gonna stay on the bear. and you're still gonna have those three cards. You're still gonna have Tristan, Kay, and Turin hammering on the bear, and he cannot heal. So you can go grab yourself a coffee, go and watch something on YouTube, maybe another one of my videos, um, and this effect is gonna stay there. Uh, and you can clear it. So let me get rid of that. No, thank you. So this is the team that I advise. I'm gonna show quickly the stats. As always, vigor set across the board, vigor defense for him. The sub stats are not amazing. Really not, because ideally you want something to be tanky. He's still gonna be doing some damage. You can even leave him without just the skill 2 in effect. But this effect accuracy is not really needed because he applies the buff full stop. Here is the sub stats for him: 10k HP, still very low. This is 4k. Ideally you want to with a better DPS set, but I like the vigor set at vigor crit. It I think is quite good. Here is her stats. I do have her on attack percentage, crit damage, and attack flat. Ideally you want another attack percentage here, or a speed ring, or something on the belt that isn't this. And that will... Oh! Meh. Meh. Well, I'll think about that. And here is so anyway, yeah, my K is really bad. Chivalry 0. Yeah, hopefully you have a better invested K. Relic still leveling, awakening, you know, but this works reliably. For floor 7 I can clearly autoplay and just go and relax for 10 minutes. Well, I know that Florentius got my back. Tristan, same as always, crit speed with attack percentage, crit damage, and attack speed. Detail settings. Here we go. This is the stats. He's mainly doing DPS. You're gonna leave him to do his thing, and he's just gonna hammer on the boss. And beautiful. Turing, same as before. Nothing has changed. Same stats. And she brings the rain. By the way, I don't know. Oh, yeah, so perfect. You see, Florentius also gets the buff for being knight, so he also gets the buff from Turing because she brings night and rain. Man, I'm telling you, Turing best healer in the game. Full stop. Go and watch my guide for the best free-to-play team. Now, Shrine of Storms is a little bit more different because I didn't push too much in this content because I was farming for equipment, potions, relics, so that's what I've been focusing more. But I do have a tricky comp for this one. I'm testing out things, so I did get Clodas. So much like in the Gorgos dungeon, I'm testing out some things. I still need to invest. That's hence why I was farming. I was prioritizing more the other dungeons for XP and to level up the character, because I have a couple of things that when the team is ready, I'm gonna test out. So what you want to bring here? So there is one guy, which is the one with the bow. I think it's him. No, I think he's an uncommon actually. Could it be this one? Yeah, I think it's him. So Jan, he has a skill or a passive. Where is it? Let's change order for lot. No, maybe it's not him. Aha. Who was it? I'm a little bit lost. Hold on a second. Was it a common? No. No. It's a guy with a bow for sure. I still have to... Maybe it's this one. To burn, fleas and bleed. Attack an enemy, attack, fleet bleed, no. I've lost it, let me sort it out for rarity. I'm pretty sure it's either an uncommon or common. Ah, this one? Alan, let's see. Attack speed decrease. Attack speed decrease. Okay, when attacking charges, attack gauge by 10%. Okay, yes, it's him. Okay, it's Alan. So, what most people are building is Alan with Morgan, her, uh, Clementine, and some form of DPS. You can have Kay here if it's really well built. You can have Tristan. You can have a Bedivere. You can have a Rosier. So a main DPS. So this comp right here. So the gimmick with this boss basically is that he doesn't have to move. Like you should stop him every chance you get. So you use skill 2 with Morgan to push him backwards. You use this guy to push him backwards. You use her as well to push him backwards, and then so that he doesn't actually get a turn. So you want everyone to be built attack speed everywhere on the rings or wherever you can get it. In a way, ideally vigor set and attack speed. Probably not even gonna show this. She's a prototype. I'm still working my way, but the idea of that is not even. I didn't even touch him. The idea of that is that you want to be fast, you want to attack before the boss all the times, and if you build this correctly with enough attack speed and vigor sets across the board, the boss doesn't move. You're gonna keep on pushing him back, and you're gonna attack, take all the turns to attack, because if he does take a turn, you're dead. If it takes more than a couple of turns, you are 100% dead. So this is the gimmick behind this dungeon. You want to push the boss. Don't let him move. Don't let him attack. I was able to clear comfortably 3 and 4 with the free-to-play team that I was showing before, but then I decided before I push, I'm not in a rush. Let me try and build the other characters, and I want to try some things with Cloudas and maybe this team over here, or we'll see. We'll see about that. Now, next. Equipment dungeon. As a free-to-play, I think a good stopping point here would be a floor 6, and you can comfortably clear floor 6 with the free-to-play team that I was showcasing in my guide. Same stats as that video, if not even better than I was actually cleaning. I didn't even attempt to do stage 7, but the gimmick here is that you want someone that brings marks. Someone like Sigran, which is a legendary. Someone like what's the other Morgan fanboy? Him, Douglas. Yeah. So someone that brings marks, because if you can inflict enough marks, then all of the buffs that the boss is taking, they're gonna turn into debuffs and so forth. So that's the gimmick here. Apoleia, same story. Stop at 6, then maybe push on later on. But as a free-to-play, you're gonna have so much stuff to do, so many dungeons to try and clear. Yeah, you're just gonna come here once or twice a day, just trying to get some of these materials in order to craft more vigor sets. But this is fairly easily. Just don't bring any fire heroes except for Rosier. Bring some DPS, a good healer, Turin, and that's it. This should be it. If there is a gimmick to this boss, I didn't notice. I just go in, beat the crap out of him, and then leave. Thank you very much. Thank you for your materials, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more abuse. So that's it. Not too much to say about this dungeon. Maybe when I get further down the line into the floors, I will make specific guides about this. This one I only cleared it up till floor 3, and I had no problems with this team. Actually, I think I did the free-to-play. I used the free-to-play team, and then I was testing some stuff with Ralph just to speed farm it. Same story. I haven't really delved too much into it, so I'm not gonna tackle. Seal Temple. Now these are the two important ones. For now, I think as a free-to-player, the good stopping point is Master of Death 5. I made a guide about this. I'm gonna drop a link, but here is the team. I'm gonna show again the stats, just in case I didn't in that video. Everyone is on the same gear as the other videos. Except for Ralph, I think he's full on Vigor Life, and I think I changed this one because of the defense percentage. You do want him to survive at least until the second phase anyway. So build him tanky, just kill 3 and then go ham with Rosier, and you are good. And she's the same as always. Another one that I didn't delve too much into it. I've only cleared the first floor, so I'm not even gonna talk too much about it like I know what's going on in this dungeon. It's gonna be this one, Crom Croak, the Master of Apocalypse. I've cleared it with this team, no problem. It was super easy. Okay, of course, it's the first floors, so I can't say too much. I didn't try and delve deeper into what's going on with him. I've heard that is some really good characters to have for this dungeon that kind of trivialized the whole of it. Is actually 2 characters. The only rare that I don't have, which is no wrong, which is Baudouin, because of the sheer damage, and the other one is a legendary, which is Guinevere. So hopefully we were gonna get her for free, fingers crossed, with the official launch tomorrow, through some events and stuff, so that would be really good. If not, I hope I can find a Baudouin, and also because I do have both of his, I found both of his relics, or all 3 of them. So it would be good if I can finally find them at some point and build him up and see what that dungeon is like. But I haven't really delved too much about it. I didn't feel the need to farm much for that dungeon, nor the Seal Temple. Yes, of course, this is important. Like if you get once you get to stage 5, come and farm here, and maybe later on come here. So anyway, guys, this was just a quick guide on what characters are needed in order to progress through the different dungeons, and what other characters to invest other than the premier free-to-play team that I showcased in the video. Once again, links are gonna be down in the description below. If you like it, drop a like. If you didn't, drop a dislike. Help the channel grow, for subscribing or leaving a comment. And thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.